Hi guys, it's Candace. I know. Welcome back to sometimes journal me crazy, sometimes not. Oh, you know, just when you think you got a handle on it, just, that's all I can tell you is just. Oh, I know I'm putting some lotion. My hands are dry as monkeys. I don't know, I think monkeys might even have moisture hands. Anyway, whew, I know. What is that noise? Oh, you know what? Shoot. I think the air conditioner's on and all the stinking doors and windows are open because it's gotten more than 76 in the upstairs. I'll be right back. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, guys. Now I'm back. That's exactly what it was. The air conditioner. I know it's been so long I didn't know. I forgot what the sound was. Or, you know, with that machine. Anyway. Okay. So, we're back to our little thing. So I thought I'd put the tags in just so you can see what they look like in the front. Dun dun. Same thing. Double dun dun. And then on the back, I put the pockets on there and then used these little ones that we made to pull in the purples. I know. He doesn't have a number on there because, well, I put the dots on there before I put the number and there wasn't room. I didn't want to cover it up, so, well, it's a missing one. Okay, so, now, I still think that's so stinking cute, and it didn't take us long to make it. I know, just toot toot. Okay, where's my, is this the paper? Yes. Okay, this is 110 cardstock, but I thought this would be cute back here for a tag to pull in all the colors everywhere. So we're definitely going to put that on there. Oh, I guess I need to measure. Whew, my goodness. All right, so let's go. Well, this is, I want to get 3 out of here. So 7, 10 and a half. Okay, 3/4. So 3 3/4, I think equals. I know, quick math right there. But I only want it to be about here, whatever that is. So let's see how much we're going to chop off the top. So we're going to cut off 1 1/2. All right, so let's get the, I know, we got to, just in case we want to use that. Oh, hold on. Excuse me, all across the room. All right. Woo! Happy Good Friday, y'all. I know. Can you believe? Oh. Did I work out moving any of that junk off the porch? Nope. I tried to sleep again this morning, but didn't happen. Y'all, this is going to kill me. I need some sleep. There's 3 3/4. Let me make sure it fits in here. And it does. Okay. I know, I see, I am so tired. And then yeah, anyway, just, I'll be quiet. I can't, because you know I run my mouth all the time. And that is just wrong. Oh, so I don't need 3 3/4. I need 3 5/8. Well, one will be skinny. Okay, I need another, excuse me, another piece of, well, I know I gotta have another one of those. Tell me it was the only one. And my, what do you look like anyway? Oh yeah, you. Good Google me goo. I know, now I'm going to have to go over to the other side of the house and pick up another one of these because I have used all of them out of this packet. Well, I know. See, we might get something done in a minute. I'll be right back. I need one more page of that. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Well, I got my paper, chopped it off 3 5/8, inked them so you wouldn't have to put up with me and wait. I did grab this piece of paper, scrap that I had from the, monkey butts, TheJunkJournalStudio Mushrooms from Days Gone By series. Then I saw I had these labels in here that would go pretty on here. So, I know, do I want darker light? I think the darker ones, because I need 6. Now they're just going to be, you know, assorted things on this one. I try to do the same, but well, I only had one of these printed, so, but these are really pretty labels. I know. Let me set them over there, and then you over there, and then I'll put them back in the folder in a little while. Yep, that's how the 5-foot mounds happen. A little while becomes 6 months later. And then you can't find nothing that you're looking for because, well, it's buried underneath the mound. So, I know. I cut the other ones out so we don't have to watch, but I'm going to go ahead and do these. Oh, and then this is just a page of that magazine that we had, the book. And so I just took 2 rows, because you know they're three rows, so I just took 2 of them and then cut them, tore them down to about 3 1/4 a piece, and that, you know, gave me thirds. So, all right, you know, and then I used my Mafia punch from Stampin' Up. It says paper shaper, but it's whale tail, so I used that. Let me tell you, before all this stuff goes into effect, get your booties online. If you don't have one, get your booties online at Temu and order you one, because they're like $10 or $13. Because I'm telling you, I don't know what's gonna happen, but yep, the prices are gonna be bad. So have your last hurrah from the drug dealers. The craft drug dealer. Oh. AKA Temu. I don't know. It was good while it lasted, I guess. Okay, that one's on. You know, I'm trying to decide what side I want. I'm guessing, no, that's upside down, so it needs to be this way. Oh my gosh. Ow, I know my hand's hurting. It makes me think I'm going to be able to do all this other stuff. And then it says my gas power weed eater was delivered, so I got to drive down there and get it. And then I have these, you know, we had the blue on the other page, but I want to use the orange on this because I thought it would pull everything up. So let's go ahead and grab 5 more of these. Oh, I know, gosh. But yeah, it sure did get warm. Thank God the air conditioner's fixed. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's missing a ball, a little center. I'll probably find him floating around in here. If not, well, you can always put a sequin on it. Okay, put him back up there with the rest of them. All right, here we go. Let's glue the tabs on first so I can judge my other stuff. Yeah, so little girl got off of her chair and was down here, lick, lick, luka, 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 making all them noise, so I would fuss at other people. And then while I was fussing at them, I realized that's not their licking. So I look back there. She's not in her chair. She's down there getting one of the R or the M's in trouble. Yes, she did. I'm telling you. Oh, I'm doing all these first. Maybe. I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh gosh. And then night before last, I made spaghetti, but I didn't have any tomato paste or, bell pepper onion, so I just winged it without. No. I had to go when I was out and about yesterday, get tomato paste because it does make a difference. And I went ahead and got a small bell pepper and onion, which, I hate because they are expensive and I don't use that much of them, but I think I'm going to, I don't know, I think I'm going to just go ahead and chop them up and freeze them. I mean, I don't know, can't be that awful bad. One day I'm going to get me one of those seal meal things. So, that stuff that sucks the air out and makes your things last longer. Yup. Whew. Yep, but man, definitely went and got warm. And then we're supposed to have, like, I don't know. Today and tomorrow are supposed to be warm. What's today? Good Friday, that's right. Oops, wrong way, Jose. And then I think Sunday evening, the rain comes in, and then we got 4. I think we have like 1 day, maybe 2 days of rain, then 1 day break, yeah, right. And then 4 more days of rain. I'm like, oh my God. And they want to come start that foundation thing on the 28th, but I got to look because I told the guy, I said, I don't want y'all to come out here and do that if the ground's too wet. I want the ground to be a little dry, because just because it hadn't rained for 2 days doesn't mean the back hill's not, dripping. So I gotta go look at the enhanced weather and maybe push it back a week. But because to me, what's the point of wasting, that money to keep the house from falling off? But if it's wet ground and then when it dries, you have, the little voids. I mean, I don't want it to be dry as the Mojave Desert, but I don't want to be wet as a sponge either. So, anyway. And then I gotta go back out there and meet the other people at the other property, because stupid me had to ask some questions. And they're like, well, we'll go, because I don't know where the, like, boundaries are with the gas line, or, and they did, like I said, first the guy was a little pissy, the boss, because the guy that I always deal with, they're in Texas right now. I mean, that's where they're from, the pipeline is flipping Texas. And, anyway, I don't know what the rules are or all the other stuff, so I wanted to ask some questions. Well, the man was a little piffed off with me because, God forbid, I asked some questions. Well, hello, I want to know. And I told him, I said, let me tell you. I said, my husband just died. And I know, granted, it's going on 2 years now. I said, but I had no clue, and I have no clue as to, I know I'm trying to decide, do I want to put a little pocket on here to maybe put something? So that's why I'm kind of going up. And I'm like, and I'm thinking of putting it up for sale, but, I got to bush hog it and do some stuff. But I don't know. I don't know the rules. And he's like, oh, well, you could put a road in there, but you can only put a gravel road in there. I'm like, oh, okay. And to cut across, because before, when we got it, they had just went straight up. Let me tell you what, you had to have a 4x4 to get up that hill, and we almost lost a rental 4x4 one time because it was so steep. So it's good to know that you can cut one in, but then you have to call them because they have to come out and measure to see exactly how far down the pipes are, because the pipes are supposed to be 3 feet down, but that was like in the beginning of time. And these people took over, I guess, 3 years ago from the other people that managed it, or whatever the heck they do with it. And I was asking, because they used to pay you. Granted, it was only $500, but let me tell you what, that $500 I was banking on to help me with the stupid air conditioner repair. And that's why Mr. Boss had to get in there. He said, well, we've decided that we were not going to pay that anymore. I'm like, well, why not? I said, did we get a letter? I mean, I was pissed then, because now you're screwing me. And anyway, and the guy's like, well, I have my boss right here. His name's Darren or something. I don't know. Darren, Derek, or some shit. And they always call from different Texas numbers, and I don't answer them because there's so much crappy crap that comes from there. Plus, one of John's kids is in prison over there again, and I don't want to answer the damn phone. So, but I didn't tell them that, but I don't. If I don't know who it is, I don't answer. So, anyway, and that goes for anybody. So, I know, and I'm thinking of, I know this might be too thick, but I mean, that's another 110, but I'm more than likely probably going to put something on there, but I don't know yet, because I'm running my mouth. Oh, well, there's one right there. And then he will go in there like that. Oh, how cute. I know, maybe we just put, I don't want to lose all these flowers. I was like, maybe we'll just put a little writing spot on there, but I don't know yet. We're just going to leave him naked for now. So anyway, and I don't answer that phone. If my phone says potential spam, well, by God, you're potential spam. And that's just how it is. I know, do we want, no, because I liked pink. I mean, to tie him in, but I don't know, we might not have to just wait and see. So anyway, so yeah, like I said, he had already prepared the boss for the fact that I was asking about that payment. And the guy's like, oh, well, we've decided this year that we were going to use our, no, it wasn't use, it was a more snooty word, their right-of-way. And I'm like, well, that'd have been fine if, because the guy's like, the first guy, Darren or whatever, he's like, well, I gave you a check last year. So no, sir, you didn't. And I had took a picture of it, thank God. It is still in my phone. I said, you gave me $500 in 2023. And he was like, busted. Yeah, damn right, busted. You know, I might be flaky, but by God, don't mess with my money. So anyway, you know, we pay taxes and all this stuff. And I just, you know, he's like, yeah, well, I understand that, you know, you weren't compensated when we initially bought the property, and, you know, or the whoever beforehand, because, you know, whoever owned it in the first place got, you know, a good chunk for them coming through with the pipeline, and, you know, which was not us. So, you know, we just pay taxes and all this other crap, which I have to fight with them every year, because I don't like them coming out there and spraying with poison. I request that they cut it with a old-fashioned way with the lawnmower. Oops, that's too far down. Because I don't like, oh, it's not going any further, because I don't like the fact that, you know, you're spraying poison on the property. So anyway, so the guy's like, oh, well, you know, the right-of-way is 20 feet on one side and 42 feet on the other side. I'm like, well, which side is what? And is it all the way up? Well, yes, ma'am. Oh, no, I'm stupid. Don't be fussing at me. Don't be treating me like a stupid woman. I don't appreciate it. I am, but you can be kind. Because let me tell you what, that $500 is not going to break your $1 billion a day company. So anyway, so he's like, well, because I told him, so I'd like to go out there and, because, oh, first he's like, oh, well, they'll come out there and put flags out there for you. And I'm like, well, there's flags out there now. He's like, there's flags? And I'm like, well, yeah. Y'all told me to go inspect it. And I went by and looked at it because, you know, how deep they dug, because they had to come in on our side to do the other people's stuff, because the majority the access is on our side, not theirs. Because, I mean, they only have like a little bit. We got 3/4 of that hill that goes down to the creek, and then you can't really cross over it unless you come up ours. But anyway, so, oops, I'm gluing. And he's like, well, what color are the flags? He said, we mark with white. I said, oh, well, they're red. He's like, oh, well, we didn't do that. I said, well, I don't know who did it. I said, I'm just telling you, there's flags out there. Little butthole. Anyway, so he's like, no, he says, when we'll just make an appointment, and then we'll meet you with the paperwork for you to sign, and then, because we would rather you call 811, and then they send somebody out there to make sure where you're gonna, because I want to put, you know, bang T-posts down in there, because I'm sorry, those little flags aren't going to stay there. Get real. And so, you know, now he wants to make it a freaking national ordeal just because he's exercising his rights to being a man, an a-hole. Oh, we need flour. And so, and I'm like, well, that's fine. I said, I'll be more than happy to put 2 posts in the back of my truck, and with my little post hole thing. And I said, and I'll meet your person over there. I said, and I will beat those things in there. I'm sorry, they should. Don't be putting little itty-bitty baby flags in there that's going to blow away with the wind. I mean, hello. So anyway, so yeah, so he did get nicer as we talked, because I asked some good questions, and not just stupid things, because I need to know. And I told him, I said, you know, I says, John did all this. And I said, I don't even know if John really knew anything, which is more than likely not. And I said, but I need to know in my head to tell, you know, whoever and whatever and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, he backed off of his little white-ass horse. I don't appreciate that. And I hate that. I hate how men talk to women who have questions about things. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you just because I want to chit-chat with you on the phone. Nope. I'm asking you because I want to know, because I don't know. And by God, personally, I think since they have that much in there, you should get free natural gas for the rest of your life. But it doesn't work that way. You know, he's like, oh, well, you just can't go and put, build a building on it. You can, and I'm like, who in the hell, and I said, who in the hell would build on a gas line? Because there's 3 big, you know, gas lines going up the front part of the hill. And he's like, oh, you'd be surprised. I'm like, well, that's just dumb. I said, now, I do know that, you know, because I was one time there when John was talking to some other man, or this lady who used to do it. And she's like, yeah, don't, because I'm like, well, can we plant trees along there or whatever? She goes, oh, no, because then the roots would interfere. I'm like, well, you just told me we could do anything but. She's like, well, that's different. Apparently not. So anyway, and she's like, well, you know, you can plant whatever you want. But she says, you just got to realize that if they need to have access and it's in their way, they have the right to dig it up and remove it. And I thought, well, we ain't planting any shrubberies going up there, just because, you know, it's kind of, because I don't know, after we had it for a while, I don't know how many, it's been a while. It's been, let me see, the last time I did it was in 23, so it's probably been 21 that they came out there and frickin' cut more trees for their right-of-way, which is just the stupidest shit in the world. You have plenty. You don't need any more. And I did get pissed over that, because they did not clean it up and, you know, put it back as pretty as it was before. And I did tell this other guy that came out there about that. And so he's like, oh, well, we'll make sure that you approve it this time. I'm like, yeah, well, they should have made sure we approved it every other time. But anyway, but they did do a good job. I'll give them that. But, you know, they just, because they dug the whole stinking pipeline up almost, and had to do some maintenance underneath there and recoat something. I don't know. Anyway, so, and then they rolled out, you know, they filled all the dirt back in, and then they, you know, with all this lovely rain, that's what I've been worried about, because I was like, well, what about all this rain? I said, you know, I said, what if the stuff doesn't grow back and fill back in? Because I don't want a big, you know, a huge valley rut going down there. He's like, oh, we send a, yeah, another line of crap probably. We send a environmental whatever person out there, and every 2 months, and oh, that's like a double flower petal, and what's that, 2 flowers, to make sure that the grass is at least, yes it is, doggone it, that the grass is at least growing back 70%. I'm like, well, it wasn't 70% when you tore it up. Because, I mean, I did give them a hard time, because I'm sorry, it wasn't freaking 70% when you dug it up. It was 100%. And by God, I expect you to, it should grow back 100%. Am I not wrong? So anyway, you know, just, and then he's like, oh, and I drive by there. I'm like, yeah, right. I'm thinking, y'all are just so full of shit. But anyway. Oh. But yeah. That fool got me off the phone. I was about done with him. Like I said, if I knew how to do voodoo doll, I would have made another one with his name on it. Oh. Damn oil and gas field people. They're such rude buttholes. Because it's a family thing, you know. Everybody gets those jobs because they're daddy, granddaddy, great-great-granddaddy, you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I know. Now I'm being a biddy. But you can imagine the crap they got from me. Because I didn't appreciate it. And then the guy's like, well, we can make a one-time exception. And I'm like, well, you know, I said, my thing is that I understand you have rights, but you have right of way. And I was told. And he's like, well, you know, we just decided. And I said, well, then you need to send letters out to people. I said, if I got a letter that said that, one, I'd be pissed because you accessed it last year and you just, because I'm like, when did this start? He says, oh, the 1st of this year. And I'm like, well, you was on that property last year. And that's when, you know, that's when the pissing match started. Because, hello. It doesn't apply to me because you was on there September of last year. So like I said, he didn't appreciate any of that. But, well, I don't appreciate you tearing up my crap in not helping with the taxes on it. So anyway. Yep. So he got a dose of Candace. He didn't get bad Candace. Let me tell you, if he thought that he got a bad Candace, shoot, you lucky I don't know anything about that, because you'd got bad Candace. I can tell you that right now. All right, I know. I am mean. But sit here and squawk about $500 when y'all make $1 billion, probably an hour. I actually saw that statistics one time about how much oil and gas people make per hour, which is literally, and I'm like, oh my God. You don't want to know, because it just pisses you off. Okay. I know. Now I'm supposed to get back on the, I know. See, now I'm, do we have, I don't know. I need a bunny. Even though I got a bunny there. Well, I got a crick in my neck. I know, what can I? Doggone it. We have those two, and we want too big of a bunny. But, alright, let's see. There's this over here. He's got some, ooh, that might just be too much. And then it's, looks too much like Christmas. I know, I thought I did that before then, and that's what I said. Well, I forgot. Okay, let's see what we got. I know. I don't have enough of those anyway. No, do I want... This actually comes apart like 2 pieces, but I don't want 2 pieces. Let's see. I know I'm going to go ahead and pull this off just because it has gray on the background. Okay, I kind of like it. All right. I know I have to go digging because this is similar but not the same, but it's close enough. I go upstairs and find another one of these. Bins with these things on them. Oh, there it is, because I know you got two of everything. I'll go dig that up. Okay, I know. So you don't have to listen to my crap anymore. I know. Do I want a pocket? But the answer is no, kind of, because darn it. But if I did, I could put this and this on the tag. Oops. Stick it to the paper. And it can go in there. I know. You know I've already decided. Now I gotta find stinking blue. Even though this is green. But we got all of this kind of bluish going on in there. I mean, can that take a... I think it could take that wood grain. What's back here again? Oh yeah, it is blue. Alright, let me go find a shade of blue so we can do that, and then I'll be right back. I know. See, I spent all my time whining. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I think I've made up my mind. And it only took forever. Okay, so we're going to make our card out of this, which is 3.5, and then I'm going to do 2.5. So let's just go ahead and cut these couple ones. While we're here, and then I'll do the other ones later. Oh man, why couldn't that have been just right? But, well, we have some little scrap for something else. Okay, and then I am using this doobopy, the 3-way corner punch, and I'm using that one, which says R, 4mm. Oops, maybe not. What have I done? Is that the one that I swear I thought that was the one I used. Oh no, that's too little. That's the little one. So I guess I did this one, 7. So I'm guessing that's the, I don't know. I wish they put this in English. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, you definitely have to get it in there right. Yep, that's the one. Oh my gosh. I was going to tell you I was loving this, but, well, maybe it's a right-handed thing with the angle. I don't know, everything. Everything's designed for pressure with that right hand angle thing. No, it's not. Okay, so stop whining. It's a Candace thing. Oh, but I do want the linen texture on top. Oh, do. Oh, y'all, I've been watching. Well, I watched, you know, because I couldn't sleep, so watch TV on, oh, I think it's Prime. I don't even know what channel I was on. It's called Caught, C-A-U-G-H-T. It's a 6-episode little mini series thing, let me tell you what. That one is good. It got you because, you know, they first, I mean, they're like come at you right at the bat with who they think did it. It's not. And then you know as soon as they do it, it's like, there's no way. There's no way. 3 3/4. There's no way. And I went with 2.5 for the top. There's no way that they could have, you know, let it slip the fur, you know, so soon and blah, 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 blah. So, and then, and it's real good, clean, no, you know, crap. But let me tell you what. The second one, you're like, ah, yeah. It's him. No, maybe it's that one. They got you. I mean, it's really good. And then, yeah, but they have you wondering, you know, until probably like number 5, and then you're like, nah. But, yep, butthole. Oops, well, I didn't get it all the way to the top. That's good enough. But yeah, it's a decent, clean, I should say, series, and it really does. I mean, who was it? Someone wrote on there, well, I was kind of bored. And then, you know, I went ahead and watched the next one because I had to know, because it's so obvious it's not who, you know, when they do it, and you're like, there's no way. Because, you know, you think to yourself, now how are they going to take 5 episodes, I know episodes, to either prove that he did or disprove, but man, oh my gosh, it's stuck all over me. So, but yep, decent thriller, make you guess, think you did, and then no, and wow, yeah, So yep, that's what it is. So it's like I said, it's decent. Let me get this trash. So then I started, you know, because I was wide awake last night again. Lord, I mean, I got to have some sleep. I just wipe whatever is in here. And I'm using this because it dries clear. It takes a little longer, but I want my vellum to be, I want this to be clear. I was going to put some washi on there to cover. I was like, nah, we'll just take our time and use this. But then I started watching this thing called, it's on Prime, because it came up next. I think it's called Arctic Circle. Well, it said limited series, so I thought, oh, okay, you know, I'm thinking it'd be okay. It has 4 stinking seasons. Oh my God. And then they have 2 versions. There's like the whatever they speak in Finland. And then they have, when you're on there, it says in parentheses, English version. So, you know, make sure you click on that. But yeah, they got me. So now I gotta see what the heck happens. But, you know, and then what's so sad is you know, watching TV does make you doze off. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, what'd I miss? You know, because it's a good part. And then you're like, oh, no, turn it off. You can watch it tomorrow. But then you're like, you get into that spot where you're like, oh my God, what did they do? And then you know, then because you fell asleep, you don't know how they got there. That's the only problem with not sleeping properly. All right, so there's our little pocket. I mean, there's room to put more in there, but we're just going to do this one. I'm going to set it underneath here so it can do a little flattening. But yeah, Catch is really good. It's a decent one. It's is it Corbin Harlan, one of his things? He's pretty decent. And I had to Google who he was, because I'm like, well, who the heck is? Because it's not the first one I've watched of his, and he actually signed a deal with Netflix to do, what they say, 28 of his novels. And I was like, oh my gosh, to turn them into movies. So I guess he's written a bunch. Okay, now we're gonna go with here. Well, and then I realized this is a 3-layer thing, so I kind of had to change my mind a little bit on what I was doing, and then it's washy, it's see-through. But that's okay. I worked with it. But yeah, all I can tell you is, if you do watch it, Antarctic Circle or whatever, man, why they let the bad guy get away? You had him there. I don't care what they tell you. That one deserved not to have a second chance. So anyway, and like I said, I'm only on season 1. Okay, now I want to turn it sideways so I can get this straight. And how far did I go? Yep, about that. I've been down here for a long time, and I don't even have anything accomplished. Is that straight? Yep, that's straight. Because I keep changing my mind. I have to go find something. And I had to complain. But hey, what else is new, huh? Oh my gosh. I think I have a fan on upstairs because I could hear the vibration on the floor. Right. So now what did I do? I know I made one beforehand. I know. Because after I peeled this off and realized it was 3, I was like, oh, Lord. And then remember, I wanted my little time to show. That was the most important. Do. Well, now where did I go? Oh, yeah. Okay. This one is overlap. Oops. Oh, y'all. And then my neighbor, the beginning of the street neighbor with the 8 kids, they've started moving. Oh, I hate that. I for sure thought they were just going to grow old and everything here, but something did happen, and anyway, there might be a reason. But yep, so we shall see who moves in next. All right, so we got that. Now we need our little girl, our little bunny. And let me tell you, this is sticky stuff. I set it on here. Oops. Oh, something's falling. Okay, I set it on here so I could get my ink or whatever, and by gosh, it almost stuck to the plastic. So I'm like, whoop. It means business. But I am going to put a little more glue on there, even though it does mean business. And I'm just, going around just a hair. But yeah, just a little. It means business glue. And put her little sweet self on here. All right, hold on, let me get this. That just fell before. Well, I never find it again, or I step on it and it goes everywhere. Okay, so I got that. And then I wanted to pull some pink in here, and this is bubblegum. Bubblegum in my shoe. How many pieces do you chew? Remember we used to pat a cake to that? Oh. I mean, you could still put a word or something on there if you wanted to, but I think he turned out, it's not going to fit there. Fine, put it right on top. But I think he turned out she, excuse me, turned out cute. And then see how good that dries? Here's my other one. So we have, what else did we do? Oh, I guess we just did these. I thought we did something else. I don't know. Let me tell you, that air conditioner's going on a bunch. We'll see what this electric bill is going to be. Oh my God. Okay, so there's that. Let me just look. We did those. No, just showed you them. Got 17 minutes, so anyway. So he's gonna, this is gonna go in here, so we can at least put that in there so you can kind of see that. And then she is gonna go into here. And that pocket. So I know. So now I gotta go make all the rest of these. So they'll be done. Oh, but look, I mean, didn't she turn out really cute? And she's just plain and simple, but she's so stinking cute. And then here's our pocket. Like I said, this will go in the pocket after it dries. And I have my other one over here drying, so it will go in there too. And then I guess we're just gonna call this one a video, and then oh Lord knows, I gotta go find these other ones upstairs. And what else? I think that's all I have to find is those. So I'll drag that upstairs and see if I can find what the heck pocket that, nope, not these. I know, couldn't have been that easy for me to save anything. No. Oh my gosh. I know. I don't know why I didn't save. Oh wait, I did. I know where it came from. So anyway, I hope that's what this is. So I'll go upstairs and dig that up. I'll let you know. All right. Well, I will see you on the next video, and we will, I still need to, where'd it go? Here it is. I still need to do this and this, which I know kind of sort of what we're doing here. And I thought we were going to have time to do that today, or at least here, but it's only got 15 minutes, and you know, I run my mouth too long. So I will get, this will be quick and easy. This is, got a little more to it. So anyway, all right. Well, I will see y'all. Well, here, I guess we can put this one here just so you know that we're still playing, oops, into this. But this is what we made today. Ooh, don't fly away. And then I have to go upstairs and look for this so I can move on. All right. Well, I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some time with me. Thanks for listening to my stuff. Thanks for being my therapist, because, you know, there isn't one around. And so I will see y'all later. Lots of kisses, lots of love. Y'all have a great day and a blessed day. I know I better put my lid on here or I'm going to be in trouble. And we will see you on the next one. And hopefully, like I said, I am going to pre-cut one thing so that way we can get both projects done. I'm hoping. And if I don't complain about nothing, you know, I'll be good. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. Again. Bye, guys.